Solo Mio is a new Kevin James movie about an art teacher who goes to get married in Europe and is left standing at the altar without his wife showing up. So he decides to go on his honeymoon trip alone. This movie kind of became famous due to the marketing campaign where on like Instagram and TikTok and everything, Kevin James made a alternate account where he was basically like the character from the movie, Mr. Taylor, and he would just do videos on the internet of him like getting engaged to the girl that he was supposed to get married to in the movie and just doing like all these little videos. And so it kind of became famous for like its marketing campaign. And it released Friday. It is now Tuesday. So it's been a couple days. I watched it like Sunday, but I just didn't get to it till today. And it was a pretty good movie that did what it was supposed to do. It's not one of my favorite like romance comedies. But I don't even know if it counts as like a romance comedy. I think it's more like a romance with some like comedic moments. But it was a good movie. Not like my favorite Kevin James movie or anything, but I really, really liked it. I think that Kevin James in it is really good. Where he's an actor that you just root for, and like even his characters you root for, like Paul Blart, Doug from King Queens, his character from Grown Ups, and all the other roles that I've seen him in, and that I will see him in hopefully. He's just an actor that you root for, and his characters you root for, and I already said that. That continues with this character where when he gets somewhat stood up at his wedding, you feel really bad. And then throughout the movie, you're just feeling sad. But then when he meets this new girl who, like, he forms a connection with, and then they start to get almost like a relationship, you start rooting for them as well because you just want him to be happy and everything. And I think that the movie does that really, really well. But I would say that out of all the characters in the movie, Kevin James is probably the only character that I think like was a full on, like, I liked him. I didn't really have any issues. Whereas basically all the other characters, I didn't hate like most of them, but I would say that each of them, besides Kevin James, had a moment in it where I was just like, you're kind of annoying me right now, or yeah, I don't know why you're here. Like, the girl in question that he ends up kind of falling in love with throughout the movie, I think she was a good character, but she could be a little bit annoying at times for me. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was just something about her that at times I was just like, please stop. And then he gets some friends throughout the movie. There's two other couples that are going on this honeymoon trip that he's taking. And one of them, the girl is one of the main characters from How I Met Your Mother, which is a show that I haven't seen, but I kind of want to see because it looks funny. And then a guy from Sons of Anarchy, which I have not seen, but is like a really famous show. And then the other family couple, the girl, I don't know if she's in anything. I didn't really check, and I didn't really like recognize her. And then the guy is in The Chosen, which is a big like Christian show. But I think that all four of them were good enough characters, but could have times where I was just like, you're kind of annoying me. But, I mean, all in all, I mean, their characters are fine. There's only, like, one character in this movie that I would say I kind of hated, and that was the girl that, was at the bar, met with Kevin James as well, and was, like, telling him how it's her birthday and everything, and kind of, like, trying to hook up with him. Her character was just kind of dumb to me. But, everything else I thought was, pretty good. As I said, it's not one of my favorites of the, romance, like, genre. And it's not really, like, comedy. It has comedic moments, but it's not really a romance comedy. It's romance with comedic elements. But, like, it's not one of my favorites of that. And there were, some problems I had with it. But, I mean, all in all, it was a really, really fun movie that I would recommend. And Kevin James was just really good in it. And it was just a fun new movie to watch. And that's kind of all it really needed to be. And all I wanted it to be. So, on that front, it succeeded. It's just that it didn't... It probably wasn't as good as it could have been. Where, if they had done just a little bit differently, like made some of the characters a little bit less annoying, and maybe changed some of the scenes for some other type of scenes, it could have very well been like a 4 out of 5, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. Whereas it's like a 3.5. So it's not a bad movie, but it could have been a bit better if you just changed a few things around, at least for me. But if you've seen it, tell me what you thought. Tomorrow, so Wednesday, at least I'm hoping, if not Thursday, there was another movie released Friday that I got to yesterday. So I will be reviewing that either Wednesday or Thursday. And then Friday, there is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Cold Storage. And then the Friday after that is How to Make a Killing, and one of my most anticipated movies of the year, I Can Only Imagine 2. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening in the next couple weeks, and then we'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry about getting to them a little bit late, but there were just things that happened. Obviously, like the Super Bowl and stuff, but yeah, Solo Mio, definitely recommend. Could have been a bit better, but I mean, for what it is a really fun movie that I think most people will enjoy. And yeah, so see you in a day or two for that new movie that I want to keep a surprise until then. So see you then.